why I'm here. Now, here in Portland, I think we have a tradition that I hope we see in this negotiation on all sides of doing the right thing for the right reasons and taking care of everyone. And that's what these employers, in my opinion, have an obligation to do. Now, I'm not just talking to you as an elected official and as a recent campaigner with a lot of your help. I'm talking to you as somebody who spent the last 10 years in the private sector. And I worked for a company where we took care of each other in good times and bad times. And we managed to grow my company even during this recession. But we didn't do it by taking the workers' earnings and holding them close. We did it by sharing the risk, sharing the hard work, and then sharing the prosperity. And that's the idea of the labor movement, is sharing the prosperity. That's why we're here. So that's part of my message to these employers. Not only do I want the community's voice to come through me and other community leaders and tell them to do the right things for the right reasons for all of us, because that's who Portland is. But from my own experience as somebody who has been in both the public and private sector, if you take care of your workers, they'll take good care of the company. We all know that. So my message to these employers is as heartfelt for their success as it is for yours. And it's just this simple. No one wins in a race to the bottom. Let me say that again. No one, employer, employee, or community, wins in a race to the bottom. We win when we think about everyone, we take care of everyone, as you all have worked so hard to do, and we do the right thing. I'm confident that that's where this negotiation will end, because we're Portland, and we are that good. Thank you all for being here.
Always want to talk about retail workers. We believe that retail workers are vitally important to communities across Oregon and Washington. Workers matter, and you matter. When employers don't take care of workers by providing the wages and the health care and the benefits that you deserve, our communities suffer. The problem isn't limited to the retail worker. It is all of our communities that suffer. When workers are treated well, they buy their children bikes at the corner store. They go to the doctor and they make sure that they get treatment for their health conditions that's appropriate. They buy food at their own grocery stores. They rent or buy homes. But when corporations privatize the profits, but they socialize the cost of doing business to our communities, everybody gets hurt. Corporations that take all the money and take it out of our communities, but leave our communities dealing with the difficulties of supporting community members who aren't getting paid appropriately and aren't getting health care appropriately. Those people can no longer buy the bikes at the corner store if they're only getting 15 hours a week. Doesn't matter how much you make when you don't get enough hours. Health care. If you don't have it, you don't get to go to the doctor. You have to go to an emergency room because they have to treat you. But they only have to stabilize you. They don't have to treat you and make you well. Retail workers deserve to be able to have homes. They deserve to be able to go to the doctor. We are not going to let these corporations dump the costs of their business model on our communities. And that is what we're talking about today. As these retailers have cut back on hours, it has had an impact. The food boxes you see here today, it's not a stunt. It's a reality. And it's a reality that has to end. If you walk into the office in Tigard, behind the receptionist desk, there are these. We're no longer going to allow the employers who are putting the costs of their business model on our communities, we are no longer going to let that happen in the dark. We are going to shine a light on it. We're asking our communities to support us. Because when our communities support us, as retail workers, we have money to buy the bikes for our kids at the corner store. We have money to go to the doctor that our insurance pays for, not the emergency room that your insurance and your tax dollars pay for. When you support us, we get to rent the house instead of having to make choices like eating or having a house. I ask for your support for the 14,000 retail workers who are involved in this bargaining in Oregon and Washington. They deserve better, our communities deserve better, and together, we can get better.